you clean up a community and an entire state that is riddled with Uncle Sam, or CSAM, or child sexual abuse material, pedophilia? There's many names for it, but the abuse of minor underage children, as little as 9 months old, all the way up until 14, 15 years old, okay? Grown men, okay? Sexually abusing them or keeping this material on their phone. How do you clean up and find out who's part of it? Because if it's so widespread, like here in the state of Minnesota, okay? Well, something that judges do here in the state of Minnesota, mncourts.gov, okay? They issue warrantless searches, okay, on innocent people's cell phone numbers, okay? Specifically, this happened to me. So Dakota County judges, the first judicial district, okay, they issued a warrantless search on my cell phone. Okay, so this means law enforcement or local police officers in Dakota County, they could just put in my cell phone number in the Stingray device. They can see everything on my phone. Okay, they can basically screen mirror it and see exactly what I'm doing. So, and how do you get, like, for this to grow so out of control in the state of Minnesota? Okay, there has to be people in power that are part of it. Okay, specifically set the state legislator, okay, and the courts, okay, and then local law enforcement. There has to be people in all those areas, all those chambers, okay. So if you're a police officer and you have one of these Stingray devices and you're not part of this Uncle Sam, if you have a judge's cell phone number, all you have to do is put it in there, okay, and you can see what they're doing, okay, at night. You can see what David L. Knutson is doing at night. With his phone. Okay, now Judge Knutson, I'm picking on him because he literally took me to the cleaners. He wrote an illegal, unconstitutional decree in my divorce, and he's a criminal. Okay, and how can you tell he's a criminal? Well, he worked at the state legislature for 18 years as a Republican. Then he became a judge. Okay, those are the biggest criminals in my mind. The biggest mental hospital in the state of Minnesota is the state capitol. And that's where he came from after serving 18 years for the Republican Party in the Minnesota State Legislature. He then became a Dakota County judge. Okay, and now he's a member of Hosanna Church. And again, you think, oh, what a good, like when you're a kid, you're raised, oh, what a good person, he's successful. No, those are the biggest monsters that we have. Those are the most sinister people because they have the most power. He's got a lot of contacts, right? Part of this Uncle Sam community. So if you're a good police officer at the bottom, and you want to try to change this country for the better, I would start looking into the people in power, the people with a lot of power over the law. Okay, now you guys have a little power over the law. You can't really enforce it that much. You can ruin people's days, that's for sure. But for the most part, you get. Like for example, a warrant, that's not your decision, right? That's a judge. So I'd like you to if you want to investigate judges. Put their cell phone numbers in the Stingray device, see what they're doing. You have the power to do so. And why is that? Well, the judges made it fair game. Okay? Once they started issuing warrantless searches, okay, with these Stingray devices, now it's fair game to use it against them. Okay? Every time a judge does issue a Stingray device search on somebody's cell phone, okay, they have to write a warrant for it of what's the legal basis of why they're issuing this warrant and search on somebody's device. Because how it works is like you have to just be at a certain distance away, and now with all the 5G, you don't even have to be that close to the person. Okay, so a police officer could just put in your phone number and he could be like 5 miles away from you and he's seeing everything you're doing on your phone using this Stingray device. Now that's how you find out which judges aren't dirty, is you do the same thing to them. And if all of our judges are dirty, that's not good, because that's what it seems like in the state of Minnesota right now. And how fraud grew out of control, how pedophilia grew out of control, that would mean like most of our judicial circuit in the entire state has to be corrupt. And again, on the surface, they're silver tongues, right? They'll talk your ear off. They sound good. It looks good. It looks good on the surface, but when you peel it back and you actually see what's going on behind the scenes, they're sinister people. Okay? Love you. Have a great day.